On this date in history, it's the 15th day of January. It's National Hat Day. Wear a hat. I wore mine. This is, by the way, my favorite hat. It's Red Rover. Red Rover, Red Rover. Send on this date in history right over. Moliere was born on this date in history, the great playwright. See School for Wives. 1622. He once said, of all the noises in the world, opera is the most expensive. That was before studio recordings of rock and roll, I think. Martin Luther King, baby. He was born on this date in history, 1929. One of my favorite Martin Luther King quotes was, of all the evils in the world, sincere ignorance could top the list. Just totally unknowingly being ignorant of facts and hats. 1535, Henry VIII, he was, took command of the Church of England, naming himself head of the church. Boy, easy to get a divorce there, isn't it? Harry Nilsson, one of my idols in the music business, he died on this date in history in 1994. Everybody's talking about that, I'm telling you. 1777, Vermont declared itself independence of both the Crown, the Brits, and of New York, of which it was affiliated at the time. It took like 5 years for Vermont to come back into the Union, basically. It left the colonies, and it was kind of like this little independent kingdom there for a few years. It was reintroduced as a state to offset the introduction of Kentucky as a state. One slave state, one non-slave state. Even back then, that was a bitter, bitter pill to rally around. 1967, the first Super Bowl was contested on this date, the 15th of January, and it went to the Pack. Vince Lombardi, Packers over the Chiefs. Dumbarton Bridge, one of my favorite bridges, opened on this date, San Francisco Bay, 1927. That's on this date in history, the 15th day of January.